Hello my gorgeous Capricornians, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this reading is for you my gorgeous Capricorn, and it's in between the 20th and the actual 26th of June 2022. The beginning of this week is going to be quite unusual indeed, purely because suddenly, completely out of the blue, you are gonna feel a very strong connection to your past, which is going to bring to the surface a rather unpleasant memories, and that in itself, it's important for you to understand, to not to cling to the past whatsoever. What you need to do is you need to revisit the past to heal. This is very important when it comes to the actual financial stability, but then at the same time it's going to help you to protect your energy, and it's going to help you to protect your actual assets, you see, because it's very strange the way things you're going to realize that are actually connected, especially when it comes to you not having new expenditures, and things like that. You will see that this is all going to be connected to this, because it's going to help you to get a different perspective. So it is so important when it comes to us and when it comes to our lives, when it comes to our spiritual journey. If we are kind of taken back in our mind within our spiritual field, to the certain points in our past that happened a long time ago, there is a reason why we keep on being reminded of these things. Pay attention to which people come to you when that happens, but also pay attention the way you feel, because there is something very interesting that you're going to realize that you should be doing now, but you are not, and you used to be doing this like a long time ago, and it is the part of your spirit, it's the part of your soul, it's the part of your spiritual journey. It could even be like a tiny little thing, like a drawing, painting, whatever it is. You are somehow meant to bring that part of yourself back into this present time. So it's all about you basically, getting a different perspective out of all this. But it's also going to be the time when you're going to realize you need to pause a little bit, and reflect. And that in itself is going to open your eyes towards a poor choice. You're going to become aware of the poor choice, and that is going to help you to kind of like to make the right decision. But then at the same time, it is going to make you aware of the actual voluntary sacrifice that you are going to need to make. This is important because our lives are persistently changing, our journeys are persistently changing through our awareness, and things that we are being through, the way we act, the way we reflect on things. We do have the beginning and then we do have the endings, and they happen throughout our lifetime. Okay, so this is quite important moment you will actually go through, because by the time you get to the midweek, I like this so much. Very, very important message you're gonna get, very important news you're going to get, and I like this so much because it's all about the victory, my gorgeous Capricornians. It's all about your own victory through your own achievement, and this in itself is going to bring you a mind-blowing success, and that in itself, it's going to show the actual clear progress indeed, and this is well deserved. This in itself is going to bring you such an important recognition. Not only you will start recognizing exactly what you should be doing at this moment in time, but this is also going to bring you the recognition of things that you're working at, and the things that you're trying to achieve. Make the most of it. It depends where you are at your spiritual journey. If you're looking for work, this is the time. If you're looking for some kind of expansion, this is the time. If you're looking to get recognized in any possible way, my gorgeous Capricornians, this is the time. Okay, and also that in itself, it's naturally going to really bring a little bit of a hermit mode, okay, and this little bit of hermit mode, it's only going to bring you like a spiritual enlightenment, because something is going to come to the surface, and then suddenly you will want to kind of move from turmoil, to calm, and that in itself, it's all going to be from unsettled to settled. So this is all about you letting go of kind of bad ideas, but also focusing on a good ideas. This is the time of transition where you are gonna to find yourself on a brand new spiritual journey. And I like this so much. And especially, again, pay attention to the actual numbers 444 and pay attention to the number 222. If at any point in time you see these numbers repeating, you must immediately let something go. You must immediately pay attention to what was on your mind. So for example, you see this 444 on your time, for example, and then suddenly, oh, what was I thinking about? I'm telling you that you were thinking about something quite negative, that you are preventing yourself from moving forward in your life. So this is the clear sign that you need to let this go. You need to be open-minded, because that particular thing that you're worrying about, it's going to be absolutely fine. But it's entirely down to you, okay? It's entirely down to you, my gorgeous Capricornians. This is going to be very important indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, oh God, you are going to have a bit of a rude awakening here. Certain situation, it's really going to surprise you so much. Maybe it's going to shock you a little bit, and it's going to disrupt a little bit in your life. But then again, this is actually quite good, because it's going to require from you to be strong-minded. It's going to require to be from you strong-minded. You are way more powerful than you can possibly imagine, and this situation is going to prove just that. So it's not about only being like a strong-minded, but also that in itself, it's really going to bring this balance, within your energy, which is going to really make you aware of something that you weren't aware of before, and it's going to put you on the path to actually seek truth. This in itself is going to be brilliant, because you are going to be seeking the right type of truth that you should be seeking at this moment in time, because it is going to bring you clarity into your life. That in itself is going to be connected to a rather wise advice, and this wise advice is going to open your eyes. It's going to help you to stand very firmly on the ground. It's going to inspire you, this advice, so much. And also it's all about kind of like a smart leadership and taking the leadership role in your life at this moment in time. This in itself, it is going to show you like a bit of like a kind of like a path where you're going to realize, oh my God, more work and more responsibility. But this is important. The more things goes on, the more things are happening, the more work and more responsibility that you feel when you're just finding like things are getting a little bit too much. This is actually a really good sign. So when you feel like things are getting a little bit too much at the end of the week, my gorgeous Capricornians, you also need to understand that, this is almost done. You're handling the load pretty perfectly, and this is almost done, because, it's all about like a kind of final push that you're going to have. So if things get too much, just remember, this is actually a brilliant sign, my gorgeous Capricornians, in this is a fantastic sign, because the very negative stage, it's also at the same time coming to an end. And this negative stage was like really kind of driving you crazy, for the last like about 11 months, I would say. But even more so, that in itself, it's going to lead towards like you feeling very kind of blunt and outspoken. And this is brilliant, because at the same time you feeling blunt and outspoken, you're going to be facing the situation where you're going to surprise yourself at the end of the week. What are you actually going to say? But then you are going to learn something very specific about yourself, because that in itself is going to actually lead, unfold like towards a very bold idea. And that bold idea that you're going to have, it's going to be so superb, because it's directly going to attack your problems. And that in itself, it's going to really need from you to be, again, open-minded, but also you need to be aware of the actual debate. There is a very important debate that you're going to need to kind of be part of, and this is something you need to remember, but at the same time, it's all about acceleration and developing really fast when it comes to the last part of this week, and there is like a new goal that you're gonna feel. A new goal is near, but you have to act now, because this part of your life is gonna change. What's happening now is gonna change so much, especially when it comes to you feeling restricted. This is way on the path of you feeling completely unrestricted, because you're gonna find yourself in the flow. And once you find yourself in the flow, by the time you get to the actual December 2022, there's so many different different elements in your life that are going to take over. There is just your life is going to be completely different in December 2022, but it's to do with this bold idea. It's to do with this bold idea. Do not ignore this idea, my gorgeous Capricornians, whatsoever, please. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Capricornians. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.